Hi, Cancer. This is your August monthly reading. So, this will be from August 1st to August 31st, 2020. For those of you who are new to my channel, welcome to Money's Lightwork, okay? So, if you have not been to the Keys to Akasha section of my channel, I do cover news cases there, celebrity passings, I do cover missing persons reports, etc. So, if you have an inquiry about that section of my channel, you can. Use my information that is on the main page of my channel, and that includes my Instagram and my email address. Okay, so I hope you guys have been doing fine. I haven't been on the channel in a while. I've been super busy, and I just wanted to make sure that I feel well rested, towards the end of the year, at least to come back onto the channel and do these readings. Okay, so let's see what's going on, Cancer, for your month of August. I get smoking. So this could be smoking like cigarettes. This could be smoking weed. Whatever has to do with smoking. Something could be smoking in the air. It could be like a chimney. It could be like a building where smoke and smog comes out. It could be a car. It just depends on the energy that it's going through. But I get this idea too of a fire sign. So that could be the spirit is telling me something about a new habit. So a fire sign energy that you're tied to may their new habit may be smoking. That could be your new habit if you don't smoke, or that could be something that you observe about them that you may not have known. I'm also getting this idea of the back of a house or the back of something. So either it's like the back of a vehicle, or it's like the back of a home. That could be something. I also get Sag, like that could be something that you saw a Sagittarian energy do, or it could be Aries, it could be a Leo. But I get this idea of them. It's telling me something about smoking too much when I hit Leo. So that could be something that they do too much, one of those fire sign energies. But I get this idea that one of them, or however many of them, they do it really discreetly. So it could be like in the back of somewhere, like the back of, and like in the garage, or like in the back of their home, in the back of their car, in the back of something. Okay. And it doesn't necessarily have to be like, it could be like the back room. I'm just giving examples of what that would be talking about. Okay, so if it's them, that's something you observe. That's either them directly. That's something that you observe about them, or that's something that could be something that they observe about you. It just depends on the situation. But it's something that's done discreetly, like something that's done. Smoke, in the sense, it could be, if you want to look at it metaphorically, smoke usually implies a secretive, in some cases people like to use smoke when they're referring to secretive business deals. And that could be where, but I'm not invited in. Someone's going on being invited in, or being asked to be in some type of secretive business deal, with all the fire sign elements as well too. And I keep getting this, it's telling me something about all male. So this could be an all male shindig. This could be an all male. You could be female. You're dealing with fire sign energies that are males. You could be male and you're dealing. It's an all male situation. It could be like an all male like business deal, or like or group meeting of some type that you may you may be excluded from for some reason, or but I get ideals. So when I said excluded from for some reason, the spirit is telling me something about ideals. Like it could have something to do with your ideals clashing with like the fire sign energy ideals. So whether you're a man or a woman, it's a all male. I also get perspective. It's a male perspective, and that may be clashing with some type of idealistic view that you have of something, or ideological view that you have of something. Just depends on what's going on. And it could have something to do with the smoking. It could have something to do with a secretive business deal. I also get documents when I said that too. It also has to do with documents. Okay, the Ten of Swords energy is underneath. All right, Ten of Swords would be air signs. I get retrieve when I said air sign. So you may, something's going on with the air sign. It could be like like a Aquarian, a Libra, a Gemini. I get sent out to retrieve. So you could either be having a conversation with the fire sign energies about sending either one of the fire sign energies to find an air sign, or you could have sent out. Okay, I understand what's happening here. You could have sent out an air sign to retrieve from secretive meeting. You could have sent out. Okay, I understand. There's a lot going on here already. You could be in the works of sending out an air sign element to retrieve some type of documentation from a meeting that you may have been excluded from. So this could be like a work meeting. They could be asking you to do the same thing. It just depends on what's going on. This could be like a personal private business deal, some type of contractual agreement that you have between you and the fire sign energies. I also get love. Something's also going on here with love, but documents and secretive meetings are intertwined with some type of love transaction. So if you're hooking up air sign elements to information, you could be hooking up air sign elements to get or retrieve information about something that may be happening in a private business deal or private conversation. Just information about a conversation that you may not be involved in. So I understand why the Ten of Swords, but didn't come back. The Ten of Swords energy is there because you're sending someone out and they may not be coming. Whatever you sent them out to do or retrieve, they may not be coming back. But I get this idea of like an arrest too, or like potentially something going on with being arrested or potentially arrested with one of the air sign. But the spirit said particularly Aquarian. So when I said that too, something's particularly going on with the Aquarian, with them going out to retrieve something, information, document information. It could be like voice information, paper information, whatever kind of information. But sending them out, sending them out may not be a good idea. Because there's a few or a couple of different reasons that they may not return. So it could have some, the Ten of Swords energy is there. So it could have something to do with arresting someone. It could have some secrecy. It could have something intertwined with arresting someone. Or if it has something to do with arresting someone, then it has something to do with some type of secrecy. But that could be why they're not returning. But I get this idea of being afraid of one of the fire sign energies too. So if it's an Aquarian or whatever air sign, they may be afraid of a Sag. They may be afraid of what's the other fire sign? They may be afraid of Leo and Aries elements there. They may dominate a situation. So that could be why the air sign element feels nervous about doing something that you may want them to do. They may be coming to you and asking you to do the same thing, and you may not be coming back. So it just depends. Or the fire sign energies could be telling you not to snoop around and return or repeat some type of information, or try to get or retrieve something that the fire sign energies do have and give it back to the air sign. So it just depends on the energy that is coming through. It's really interesting. The Two of Cups energy is in the starting point. So the Two of Cups would be your energy and that of other water signs like Scorpio, another Cancer, and Pisces elements there. The Spirit is saying that they're friends and family, specifically for this month of August. Yes, you would be dealing with a partnership with fire sign, possibly air sign if it's an Aquarian. The Aquarian and the Sag elements are coming through strongly, but it could be whatever fire sign and air sign element that you may be in a partnership with or dealing with. But the water sign energy is here. The water sign energy is here in terms of moral support. So it could be a Scorpio that's coming in as moral support. It could be a Pisces that's coming in as moral support, especially if it's family. But doesn't think you should be with fire sign. They think that you shouldn't be with fire sign. They may be thinking that you shouldn't interact with fire sign. They keep a distance from. They may think that you should keep a distance from the fire sign. That could be another situation, or that could be the water sign, an external water sign energy thought, or that could be your own thought that you do have with your partnership that you have between yourself and a Sag, between yourself and an Aries, I get male, between yourself and an Aries male. It could be a Sag male. They could be female as well too, and the air sign elements there, but liked better. So when I said the air sign elements, the water sign energies external may like an air sign element that you're tied to. They may like them a little bit better. Something's also going on here with someone's skin tone as well too. So someone could be tying the idea of skin tone into, I get a business deal. Someone could be tying the idea of skin tone into a business deal as well too. So lightness and darkness, lightness versus being darker, or darkness being versus lightness in the sense of a business deal. But there's this idea of that may not matter to you. Prefer air sign, so that may not matter. Someone may prefer you deal with the air sign element rather than you dealing with the fire sign element anyway. So whatever it is that whatever it is from the beginning that you feel excluded from, if you do feel it, you do or you do not. If you feel excluded from something that you're dealing with the fire signs, something is this the idea. Something about it may be happening for a reason, because external water sign energies may not want to see you with particular fire sign. The treatment, it has to do with treatment, or they may not like how the fire sign energies may be treating you if they're treating you in a really interesting way. So the air sign element doesn't really like either. They may not really like one of the air sign elements either, but they prefer them because something's going on with their skin tone. Something's going on with their, I also get expertise. Something's also going on with the air sign elements expertise in comparison to that of the fire sign energy expertise. So this, if it's not only something intimate to you or a relationship, the skin tone idea is giving me the idea of the relationship, but I get this idea of business is intertwined with love and relationships. So you have business situations and contracts, business deals. This could also be going on here in a workplace or a job environment where there's scrutiny. When I said that too, there is scrutiny happening there. Skin tone situations and expertise between you and air sign, between you air sign and fire sign energies there, and water sign energies supervisors. One water sign energy could be like a supervisor of some type, and they're sending you out to do something, or they're just on the outside looking in. Interaction with the air sign, you could be on the outside looking into some type of interesting interaction that external water sign energies are having with an air sign element. You may like the air sign element, you know what I mean, but excluded. So I get this feeling, I keep getting this idea of excluded from. So the air sign element may be excluded from something that the air sign element may be excluded from something that the water sign, and I didn't invite them to. The air sign element may feel excluded from something that the water sign external did not invite them to. So that could be, I'll give an example. The Aquarian energy may feel excluded from something that a Pisces doesn't want them, like a Pisces doesn't want them in, or a Scorpio doesn't want them in. It could also be another Cancer, whatever the situation, but fire signs too. So something's going on with the air sign element and their interaction with the fire sign energies, period. That's why I was getting the idea from the beginning that the air sign element may nervous around, the air sign element may be nervous around the fire sign energies there. That's a lot of information. The Three of Swords energy is in the waiting position right here. Okay, Three of Swords, but doesn't know how to get them back. Or I also get apologize. You may not know how to get back one of the air signs, or vice versa. That could be something they're trying to do with you, but thinks you prefer fire sign. So if that's something that they're trying to do with you, they think you prefer fire sign in whatever area of life this is resonating in for you. So they think that you prefer fire sign. They may think you prefer fire sign because of something that the external water sign energy said, or a preference that an external water sign energy has for you. Could be what you relayed, could be something that you want to relay to they just heard. So what I was about to say was that something that they relayed to the air sign element there, it has something to do with something that the air sign element already heard. It could be like a conversation, it could be a voice recording of some type, you know, in terms of how you feel about them, preferences, how you feel about the air sign element and preferences. You're sharing that with external water sign. They're sharing that with external water sign. You could be sharing that with the fire sign energies. Do you know what I mean? But doesn't do well. Like, I get this idea of someone may not do something well. However you want to look at that. Someone may not be doing something well. Like doing something well, like I was getting that idea before of expertise, the air sign elements expertise, or the fire sign energy. The fire sign energy, they do feel like they may have their stuff together, but the water sign energies don't like, it has something to do with status. External water sign energies may not be that into the fire sign energy status, some type of status that they have. It could be their lifestyle. That could be why they prefer the air sign, but something that's going on with the air sign element. I keep getting particularly like the Aquarian, it could be the Gemini or the Libra, whatever, but experience scrutiny. So when I say could be the Gemini or the Libra, they experience some type of scrutiny of some type. So it could be something going on with them, like it could be something going on with their attractivity in work, some type of attractivity that the air sign doesn't have, some type of attractivity that the air sign element may not have, that may not have. So you could be, before I move any further, this could be a situation here where you can be, I keep getting this, it's bringing me back to the idea, as the spirit is helping me, is giving me this idea of one situation about this could be like a work environment where, really particular, it could be like a work environment or like a business deal, and people are really particular, and it's giving me the idea that fire sign energies may be really particular. Then there's a situation here where they may exclude you, you may be involved, you may not be involved, just depends on whatever it is that they want. But then there's this element of external water sign energies aside with fire sign. External water sign, an element about them, or some of them, or whichever one of them, they side with the fire sign. They side with Sag, they side with Aries element, whatever fire sign they side with. But something's going on with, there's the air sign element. The spirit keeps saying, particularly the Aquarian, or someone's going on expertise. When I say particularly Aquarian, someone's going with the Aquarian energies expertise with something that is happening here. So I get this feeling that you could be in the middle, trying to help the air sign. You could be in the middle of a situation trying to help the Aquarian, trying to help the Libra, but that's why they left. So when I say that too, that's why the air sign element left. They left a situation, or they're trying to leave a situation. It could be like a business deal. It could be like a private business deal. It could be like a workplace. They left somewhere. You know what I mean? But it has something to do, I also get work ethic. It has something to do with their work ethic. It has something to do with, it can have something to do with status. It can have something to do with attractivity in the workplace, or like in a relationship attractivity. So if it's not, so the Two of Cups energy and the Three of Swords, that all that you're observing that's happening to the air sign, that something like that could have been happening. Something like that could have been happening to you as well too, at one point. Or that could be something that is some part of that could be happening to you directly. Just depends on what's going on with fire signs and external water sign energy, giving their input into a situation that you do have going on privately. So the Knight of Swords energy made them come back. The Knight of Swords is making the air sign element come back. I was getting that idea of, but what Libra said, something's also going on here with what a Libra element said as well too, with the Knight of Swords and the Three of Swords energy. The Libra could have said something, Gemini, the Aquarian, about each other. So the air sign elements could be talking about each other. For example, the Gemini could be talking about the Libra. The Libra could be talking about the Gemini. The Aquarian the Aquarian is talked about. Not a Swords energy in the present. They are talked about. They may not be talking about anyone particularly, but they are talked about, like with an ED at the end. They're talked about. That's what Knight of Swords energy. They could have heard something, and they're like, it's something, the matter is, Knight of Swords is making them come back. Asking someone to make them come back. Could be another water sign energy that you're tied to. You could be asking them to make them come back. But what did the fire signs say? So the Knight of Swords in the present, the fire sign energy could have said something about one of the air signs. They could have stormed off of something that a Sag or Aries or a Leo said. But it keeps giving me this idea of like work ethic. You know what I mean? Work ethic, expertise. It's giving me that idea that they could have stormed off because of that, but disappeared on their own friend. So that could be something that the air sign element did. You are their friend if that's the case. You could be their friend, their family member, their co-worker. They could have disappeared on you. You are their friend. Or you're on the outside looking in till they disappeared. I keep getting because of work ethic. You're on the outside looking in that they disappeared from their own friend or partner because of work ethic, because of love, because of attractivity, because of status, whatever it is that's going on. But I when I picked this up also, I was getting this idea of embarrassment too. Someone could be embarrassed by a shutdown. Someone could be embarrassed by a shutdown of some type of shutdown. It's the air sign. The Knight of Swords energy is in the present. You could be shutting down the air sign. Or it's the water sign or the fire sign energy indirectly. The fire sign energy could have indirectly shut the air sign element down. Did they indirectly shut you down? Like I said from the beginning, we're trying to get into a meeting and having conversations and trying to get information about something that's going on. That could be what's going on there with you directly. And you needing to find I almost said website. Something's going on here also with a website. Some type of website situation. Something's going on with a website or like a what do you call it? A website, some type of social media thing. Something's going on with like a website situation, or using somebody's website or something on the website. Something that's happening here, interestingly, has to do with a website. Whatever, some part of it. Okay. Let's see. The future has the Two of Swords energy. Website could be Facebook as a website. Instagram, I don't know. Instagram is like an app. Well, Facebook is an app as well too, but Facebook will be considered like a website in a sense. It could be something that could be what's happening there that you observe with the air signs or yourself in the fire sign. You know, but I get this idea that somebody may have taken something too hard as well, or somebody could have taken something to the head. Air sign did. So when I said taking something to the head, the air sign element did. Did you take something to the head? Fire sign energy may observe that you could be taking something to the head. Whatever it is from the beginning. You know what I mean? Whatever it is. So there's this situation of, you know, the Knight of Swords energy just needing each other. You needing the Libra, you needing the Gemini, you needing the Aquarian. But relatable. So I ran through the air signs. They're relatable, or something that they're going through is relatable to what you have going on. The Instincts has the Ace of Cups energy. So the Ace of Cups energy would be like a new partnership, Aquarius, a new situation you have going on with an Aquarian, whatever air sign. It's Cups energy too. It could be with the water sign energy, or not. You know, it's the Ace of Cups. So it's whoever you decide to. I also get live with. It has something to do with living with someone too, or deciding to live with someone. It could be like something that you may already live with the air sign, or you don't, or they may want to, or you want to live with them, or you don't want to live with them. This depends on what's going on. And fire sign energies, you know, I get something about like dissing too with fire sign. I don't know if the fire sign energies are dissing the air sign, or they're dissing someone here as well too. Someone could be dissing someone in some type of environment. That's why I was getting the idea of a website too, or using a website, being dissing someone on a website. That could be another situation. But blatantly dissing someone on a website is blatant, or somebody could be doing that blatantly. That could have happened to the air sign. Something could be karmically happening to the air sign. That could be something that they did to someone. This depends on what's going on there. You know? Yeah, but the Ace of Cups is thinking that you're probably, you know, leave the fire sign. You may decide to leave the fire sign. And it could have something to do with their habits, or a habit that you did, like from the beginning, a habit that you didn't know someone had. But I keep being drawn back to dissing. So that could, what they, like, for example, I'll give you a perfect example. If you are dealing with a fire sign energy in like an intimate partnership, you may not like how if you're like a woman and you're dating a fire sign energy that's a man, for example, you may not like, I get family members, you may not like how they talk about your family members, or you may not like how they talk about other people, period. You know? But I'm looking at the Three of Swords. The air sign element may do something like that too. The air sign element does something like that as well. But something karmically is happening with the air sign doing that to someone, or something that you have intimately that may be external from them. I get they're impacted by. So something that you have going on externally that's separate from the air sign, they feel impacted by. Like they're impacted by it for some reason. Interesting. The Seven of Cups energy is in the accomplishment right next to the Two of Cups here being options. So there's options in the accomplishment. It could be dating. The Seven of Cups, Two of Cups, and Ace of Cups could be like options that you have either with other water signs, or I keep getting where to live. So when I said other water signs, one part of it heavily has to do with where to live, where to move. Could be work, move, live, move. Where to live, where to move. It could be because they didn't come, like I said earlier on in the reading, it could be because like the air sign didn't come back, or they don't want to come back, or they left, or they want to leave. Some type of situation. And it could have something to do with them being impacted, private situation. They're like impacted by some type of private situation that may not have anything to do with them necessarily. And that could be something that external water sign energy observe between you and the air signs. or some type of interaction. But why are they bothered? So either external wire sign energies are bothered by how you handle the air sign, or the air sign not involved. The air sign element may be bothered because they may not be involved, or you're not involving them in something. Are they not involving you in something? That's why Three of Swords energy is there. And it can have something to do with moves and houses and secretive conversations about work ethic and expertise that's either happening to you directly, or that's happening to the air sign element directly. You're like, when are they going to come back? Three of Swords with the Knight of Swords, when is the air sign going to come back? They may be tired of something. I keep getting dissed. They may be tired of being dissed. You know what I mean? A bully bullies, so it's a chain reaction. The spiritual self has the, a bully, what was I going to, I said it wrong. A bully bullies because they were once bullied. The Eight of Pentacles energy is in the spiritual self right here next to the Three of Swords. So the Eight of Pentacles would, basically mean that would pretty much bring the energy of an earth sign. Could be earth sign, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus elements there, or you're just working hard. It's in your spiritual self, right? Can't understand too. So the Eight of Pentacles next to the Three of Swords can't understand air sign moves. Whatever, you can't understand. I get fire sign choice. You don't understand a fire sign energy's choice. Some type of a choice that they made or they're trying to make. It's an 8, so this would be August. The 8 represents August there. So this could be a choice that they're making that you don't understand why they're making it. Some type of really interesting choice. And like I said, it's something that it's either a choice that the fire sign energy is making. It's either impacting you directly, or it's impacting the air sign, and a domino effect. It's impacting the air sign. There's a domino effect there. There's something that you may be impacted by that you're dealing with the fire signs that bothers the air sign. Something about that bothers the air sign element. Or something's happening to the air sign directly, that's embarrassing. Something could be happening to the air sign element directly, that's embarrassing. That's why the Eight of Pentacles is right next to the Three of Swords. Wow. The Eight of Swords energy is in the mentality. Alright, the Eight of Swords and the Ace of Cups. But I don't want to date. I'm looking at the Eight of Swords with the Ace of Cups. I don't want to date. You're like, I don't want to date one of the air signs, something like that. You're like, that's what Knight of Swords is, that they're coming in, or they're leaving, or they heard something that you said. You could have said exactly that. That's what I was picking up. You're like, I don't want to date anyone, or I don't want to date them. Whatever it is, you're like, I don't want to date you. That could be something that you're saying to one of the air sign, or you're outside looking into. That's the kind of interaction the fire sign energy had with the air sign. But I get something about like a couple of years ago, or like something's going on with years. Like that could have been something here could have been going on for years, 8+ years. There's a 7 here, 7 years, however many years, or it could be months, weeks. That something like that. I get this idea of he's been trying. There's something's going on with he or she has been trying. Someone has been trying. Spirit's emphasizing that. It could be work related. Like I said, he or she has been trying to get them to agree with them in a job, in a business deal. He or she has been trying to get with him or her. He or she has been trying to get with me. Knight of Swords. And that could be something that you're trying to share with water sign, something you're trying to share with fire sign, or you have that same type of situation with fire sign, water sign energy observed. Then you have the air sign element, something happens to them directly, or something that's happening to you impacts them directly, but it doesn't really need to, or you're directly dealing with some type of problem like that with them. And somebody could be trying to pull you aside to have a conversation with you that's like that. And you're like, Eight of Swords, you're like, the Ace of Cups, I don't want to date them, whatever, or I don't want to see them, I don't want to work with them, something like that. Some type of situation that you're expressing, something that you're expressing to someone else. Someone could be confused by. It's really interesting. The changing position has a sign of Leo. Here's a strength card. So, like I said, the fire sign energy was coming through heavily. The Sag, not really Aries that much, but they could be around whatever fire sign energy. But the Leo is here. Something like that could be happening with a Leo. Something could be going on with a Leo fire sign that's interesting. Could be family, a friend, could be coworker. But they like air sign. So when I say the Leo likes the air sign still, or they like them, something like that. or you do. That's why the strength card is changing you, but not sure. I get this idea of contemplation and not being sure about them. So it could be a Leo, or it's just strength energy dealing with the air sign, or something that they experience. When I said that's something that they experience, that's something that the air sign energy experiences with you. They may need the strength to deal your decision. They need the strength to deal with your decision. Fire sign energy may need the strength to deal with your decision, a decision that you're trying to make. They're this is something that they're dealing with. The air sign element is, or you are, with fire sign or with the air sign, something like that. Workplace, relationship, whatever environment this resonates in. The Eight of Wands energy represents travels going towards the Two of Swords. So the Eight of Wands is travel. You could be traveling with the fire sign, with the Leo, whoever you're traveling with, or you don't know. You could be traveling towards the air sign, but don't know what to expect. Traveling towards the air sign, you don't know what to expect. They could be traveling towards you. You don't know what to expect. That's why they're here in the present. That's why the strength is in the changing position. That's why the Eight of Wands is in the resolution, with the Two of Swords in the future. And it can have something to do, like I said, with living with someone, siding with someone, talking to someone, dating someone. Like I said, I don't want to date. I'm not sure if I want to date. And that could just be a general note for yourself, or work, whatever the situation is. Work with, house with, talk to, whatever it is. And that could be a feeling that you have about a Leo. That could be I feel like that's heavily, it giving me this idea of the Aquarian, but it could be whatever air sign. It could be a Gemini or Libra that you have that kind of feeling with too. One of those air signs. They have that feeling about you. They have that, or they're sharing with you that they have that kind of feeling with or they had that kind of interaction with the fire sign. Something like that. Some type of shutdown, some type of dating problem, some type of business situation, something interesting. All right, let's look for an outcome here. Cancer. All right, Cancer. So the Hierophant energy is here. Sign of Taurus is a Taurus female. The Hierophant will be a Taurus female that's here. Once dated or once dealt with, is a D. So once dated or once dealt with, once, whatever it is going on with the Taurus female. Whatever it is, you may have once dealt with this person before, and they could be a family member that you may need to talk to about the air sign, about the fire sign, about a Leo, about another water sign energies, opinions, about spending time with whoever, dating, working somewhere, whatever it is, being shut out of meetings, not being shut out of meetings. So there's a variety of, or that happens to the air sign, something like that, which is really interesting. Because the Taurus may be like a voice of reason. The female may be a voice of reason to something that is happening here that you may need to be. It doesn't have to be a Taurus female. I kind of see the Hierophant to be like a Capricorn energy that's a female too. It's a Capricorn or a Taurus female that is like a voice of reason to a workplace environment. They're like a voice of reason to a workplace environment. Or a love situation that you're trying to figure out. Whatever it is. All right, Cam.